a look at Riffer, iSymphonic, and also in a moment MIDI Mixer and some effects and things like this. Okay, so this was an idea that originated with Spider, because he said, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we could do a string quartet with, because Spider doesn't have iSymphonic. But when I did my Riffer video the other night, Spider said, oh, it'd be cool if we did a video with, wonder if it'd work if iSymphonic doing a string quartet. And I thought, yeah, well, that's a good idea. Let's have a go. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Cy, Daniel, Paul, and Tony, and everybody else, Colin and Stephen. Yeah. Okay, so this first one was the first thing I set up just to see if it worked. Okay, so here it is. Actually, I'll just bring these in as it goes. So Riffer is playing four different channels in Riffer, but playing different iSymphonics. Now, the only thing that annoys me about iSymphonic as an AUV3 is to find a sound, you have to scroll through, unless that works. Yeah, that's okay. It's the same kind of thing, but it's a big long list. There's no category searching in the AUV3, and there's no effects, so you have to apply external effects as well. But anyway, as it is, it sounds a bit like this. So that was the first thing I set up just to see if it worked. Excuse me. And then I thought, well, I'm going to use, we're going to set up a completely fresh project in a minute, because there's a better way to do this than I've just already done it as well. So we'll clear this one, have a look at files. And then the second one I did was a 12-channel MIDI Mixer session. Again, the same kind of thing, but this time I put in a couple of effects. Because it's dry, actually what I can do now is stop. That was for me screenshot. I'll just expand this a sec. I'll close this for a reason. And this is a 12-channel mixer. And I've used the new extended. So if you long hold on the actual toaster, you can use the standard mixer like this, which gives you the pan, etc., etc. Or you can go with the long faders. The long faders are quite nice, so that's another cool update from Paul. So who's him? Is Mr. Malander here? Hi, Jamie. Hi, Audible Video as well. Hi, Dean. So the idea there was, let me just expand this as well. That was just so we could get it all in the screenshot. But the trouble is, I also put in from iPad loops in number 12. But I initially set this up in the first 4, which means that occasionally, unless I have audio mixer open, now there's a particular way you have to set this up as well, or it won't work. But I'll open MIDI Mixer, and then I'll go back here and I'll play the track. But I will take the drum track down and then fade that in. Actually, I'll do it with all 3. So this was the second one I did. And I thought, strings are okay, but a bit boring over time, the string quartet thing, because it's cyclic, you know what I mean? So I tried it with a few different instruments. See, I've done it again. And then I'll bring the drums in. It sounds quite nice, doesn't it? Don't know what that sound is. It comes in every now and then. Anyway, so there was that one. So I'm going to set up another one. That's the timpani from Hi Spider. That's the timpani, and hi Sam. That's the timpani from a Soundtrack Loops. You know, Jason's thing. So what we do is we'll clear this one and we'll set up a completely fresh session. Now I did try this with Fugue Machine as well, but for some reason, and I don't know if Fugue Machine needs to be updated, Fugue Machine, or anyone knows, but you open Fugue Machine in standalone mode, right? And all the presets are there, but if I open Fugue Machine inside MIDI, isn't it? If I open it inside AUM like this, there are no presets anymore, and I want to start with a preset. I don't want to have to be drawing notes in, but couldn't find anything in settings, and where it says pattern, there's nothing there. Whereas in the standalone, Fugue Machine doesn't share presets. Well, that's ludicrous, isn't it? Because there are no presets. You have to put them in yourself. Too time consuming for a live stream, unless I set it up any other time. Anyway, but we're going to do it differently anyway. So we're going to go to MIDI Mixer, wherever it is. Could be down there somewhere. MIDI Mixer, there it is. And I'll do the open up a session. Well, I deleted the, yeah, it's, you know, it's Sam, you know, in it right, mate. You would expect, wouldn't you? Keep your apps updated, or, you know, fix them. Anyway, there we go. So I'm going to go with a 12 channel again. Although I don't really need 12 channels, but it doesn't matter. Now, here's the thing. Here we have 12 channels. 12 channels with MIDI Mixer. And as you know, I shall add the 4 channels here for iSymphonic at the end. So if I doing, the only reason is if I close the actual app by mistake, it's only here I can open it up. So first of all, I'll set up the iSymphonic, right? So audio unit extension iSymphonic, audio unit extension iSymphonic, and I'll show you a thing as well that you might, if you try this, because really genuinely using MIDI Mixer is the best way to go in AUM if you're doing big sessions now. Audio unit extension iSymphonic, and again we'll set up the actual MIDI routing as well. So I want this one to be, well, we'll go with where are we, just to keep things logical, in a logical order, in case I had something previous to this. So we're in 8, 9, 10 and 11. 9, 10, 11, 12. So I will set up my MIDI channels to correspond with this. So first of all, none, and then this one 9, and then none, and this one 10, and then actually that, yeah, that's right. And then wait a sec. God, have I done this wrong again? Have I? Right, this should be 9. Yeah, that's right. This one should be 10. So 9, 10. This one should be 11. Okay, and then this one should be channel 12. No, 12. So if we open this now, you'll see that if I move, let me just resize this a little bit better for my iPad. If I move MIDI Mixer's last 12 channels now, we'll move 12. You'll see that obviously it's all connected, right? As it should be, as Paul set these up. That's not, what's this one? there like this. So I'm going to add a Riffer. Now, Riffer is another MIDI source, right? So, right. I'm going to add Riffer here or as another MIDI source. Now, I'm going to do this and number 12, and you'll see it still works. However, I'm going to now have to route my channels to Riffer. So I'm going to go Riffer, Riffer, Riffer. It's all straightforward stuff. It's just repetitive, Riffer. And what happened before was when I used MidiMixer, I lost connection between my channels. So again, we've got 9, 10, 11, and 12. So we can see 12 here. Oh, it's still working. How bizarre. Oh, that's good. That's good, because earlier on I had to go and actually physically route the instruments back into MidiMixer. So if I turn down, let's see, if I go to channel 9, 10, 11, 12, so channel 9, that's great. That's fine. So I don't know what happened before with that. Anyway, so now what we have to do, of course, is set up different sounds to play inside Riffer. But theoretically, now you see why. So, because I have to change the MIDI. So all these things you have to remember what to do, but once you do them, so let's change the MIDI. So we have to go. So normally, what would be channel 1, 2, 3, 4 is now going to be channel 9, 10, 11, and 12. So this has to go to channel 9, 10. Can't see it. 11 and 12. 9, 10, 11, 12. So theoretically now we should start getting some sort of right. Let's turn. Hear that? Let's change the sound, see what happens. Some weird glitchy noises going on in there. I'll have some fudge cake, so it'll do me diabetes great. Right, right, let's crack on. But it sounds a bit it sounds a bit stilted, doesn't it? So what we really want to do is we'll set up the instruments first and then try and make it sound a little bit more kind of better. Let's do this one. This is better for seeing it. And I know for a fact that we need to make a pattern. Let's just turn them all down for a moment while we're setting it up. But you see, this is what it's like setting up sessions. You keep having to remember certain things, but I would also suggest as well that you save. I'll just call this Orc 2. Save sessions all the time. In case something crashes, at least you can go back to your last save state if you like. So let's go to Riffer number 3 and just create a pattern, and Riffer number 4 and just create a pattern. And I'm going to hit the All button on Riffer and change the key to D, and I'm also going to change it to pentatonic neutral. Refresh all. Now it'll all be in pentatonic neutral, all playing in the key of D. I shall switch off all, and I'll sort out these ratchets and things in a moment. Go to something like, let's try clarinet. Flute. Flute sounds nice. And I think a piano on this one. Oh. It's on this first sound, that weird glitchy noise, just on that first sound. I'm not doing the drums, but that does sound quite good. Right. Loading the instrument. So what I'll do now is sort Riffer out on channel 12. I'm going to go to here, and I'm going to lock this here. So even if it varies, it won't add any more ratchets. Wait a sec. Go back to pitch. That sounds okay for what we want. And I'm going to set infinite on for this one, so it'll just continually vary. And I think as well, I shall just change the notes to 12. So that might be a bit interesting. Cool. And I think what I'll do is just go onto all for a moment and lock this channel. Because I don't really want any you know, ratcheting going on in my orchestral piece. Okay. I want to make some adjustments to speeds now. And I think I'll we'll have this change every 2 bars. Okay. So this is number 11. This is number 3. Yeah, Andrew, it does each instance of Riffer does 4 channels, 4 totally independent. I did a it's not really a Riffer tutorial, but I did a Riffer tutorial the other night for the new version. Vortex is here. Hello. Hello Vortex, how are you? Yeah, so that's what we've got so far. So I don't want to spend too long. You can spend as long as you like fine-tuning your thing, but I want to add some other stuff in and then make some sort of changes with MIDI Mixer as well. So far we've got this as a thing. Now let's go into Riffer and put all on and change the key. Right. So now our BPM is 100. I'm going to go to channel 8 and add some kind of loops. Derailed drips is here. Hi, derailed. Oh, hi, non. Right, okay. So let's go into this. Go to File, Player, tap to load a file. And this will take us to this. There's some of Daniel's Christmas gifts for the sound tester and Patreon people. I've got the refreshed version to install as well, from Daniel, which has got, I think I've probably got a few more samples and stuff in it. I'm not sure, I haven't done it yet, but I did get the email down, so it's good to go. Let's go to construction kits here, and I'm going to choose, let's see, kit 118, because I can change the tempo of the loop. Let's see what we've got down there in for some timpanis. Any drums or anything in here? Let's see. Yeah, let's load that and see. Oh, is it? Oh, hang on. And there's some snare. Let's put that snare in just to start. And what I'm going to do is put loop on, and I'm also going to put sync on as well, so it'll sync to this tempo, because this is 100 BPM, and I want to leave it at 100 BPM and not change it to this. So let's see what happens now, and I'll just solo this. And then in this one, I shall put a timpani. Go to File, Orchestra. I'll try one from this. And again, we'll go with the Battle Loops one. And see how that sounds. And again, loop and sync. And I'm not getting any buffer warnings here. Is it really badly buffering, or it looks like it's running normally? Yeah. What? Okay, not buffering here. Okay, thank you guys, thank you. Joe thinks that screaming at me from the front room when I'm up here, I'm gonna hear it. You know what I mean? Type a message, Joe. Seriously? Right. Anyway, we're gonna go on to MidiMixer. So now we have complete control with MidiMixer, which is very, very, very cool. And let's see. Let's just start it off. And we know we're in 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, no, I'm on fader lock, so. I think take that piano up a bit. So what we've got now, we've got new, and inside MidiMixer, Paul's added the ability to have longer fades, which is very cool. So for instance, I am going to, well, this is the first one, isn't it? But I'm going to set the fade here this here. I'm going to set this first one to 5 seconds, right? It doesn't really matter with the first one, but for going back to it, it might. So I'm not sure. But I'm going to now hit my little snapshot icon here and then press S1 and go S1, yes. And that is the snapshot that's been set for this. So now let's start to play this. I'm now going to set and I'm still going to leave it on a 5-second fade. I'm going to set another snapshot to 2, yes. And it's very difficult to see on this, the color change, but S1 and S2 are now yellow, whereas S3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are still white. Someone asked the question, how do you know which scene, which scene you're in? Actually, I don't know, you know, you just have to remember, I suppose. It will actually, I'll ask him, it would be nice if there was a little kind of scene indicator, what particular scene you might be in. So let's see now, let's go to scene 1, and you'll see this is going to fade down at a rate of 5 seconds. And just play it, and then just check our scene works okay. So here's our first scene. And don't forget you can record all this information as well. Most time the percussion's coming from a loop, isn't it? It's not coming from iSymphonic, from Riffer. Otherwise, that would have been a good idea. Okay, so let's. That doesn't sound right to me. That snare, so I'll change that in a bit. So this is going to be a longer fade now of 7 seconds. Snapshot scene 3. I'll just change that snare, I wasn't happy. I'll try with the battle loop snare, which probably fit in much better. Or maybe a cymbal. Yeah. Oh, child. No, I want try another. Let me try another thing. Is that the one I just looked at? Oh, this one. I'll try that. What's this? Try that. And loop and sync, be set. Let's have a look at MIDI Mixer now, and that's better. one at the max. So let's go back to scene 1. It's so cool, MIDI mixer, isn't it? And let's hold this and long hold that and use long faders so you get a better kind of view of what's going on. And we shall start with scene 1, which I've just selected. I think I forgot to record my last snapshot in, so I'll do that now. And remember also that I've now got a 14-second fader timer for snapshot 5. So I'm going to hit snapshot 5 and yes. So let's go back to say snapshot 3. I might put some cymbals in a minute. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Now, again, the most important thing is save. Keep saving just in case you get a crash. Let's put some cymbals in. Let's put some cymbals in like Colin suggested. Let's go to but you see how useful it is having like the very least the snapshot control, but you can record all that and you can record all this automation, and you've got extra CCs for user CCs to assigning for excuse me, patches, etc, etc. So brilliant. Let's go to an empty channel here and let us go and find some cymbals. It's not, it's audio file player. They really are good, these loops. We have Jason's. Can you hear me okay still? 1 2 2 1 2. Yes. We could go mad and put one of Daniel's in. That'd sound mental, wouldn't it? Let's put a you have a 24 channel mixer now as well, by the way. You have 8, 12 and 24. The 24 is kind of two 12 channel mixers split, but it's still really good. Tapped a load of file Doug and Shadow Iron Scores. Let's try Iron Scores, or let's try Shadow Impact. We got some one shots. Maybe we got some symbols here. Got an impact. Well, let's put an impact in for definite. Right, let's watch our volume. That's all right. And Shadow Impact, one shots. Let's put an impact in as well. Impact, and that is not going to work for that. These might not work for. I don't think these are the right type of impacts. Let's try cymbals, shall we? Cymbals. Oh, crash. Got to. Now, I think I'll go back to my original idea of the Iron Scores, maybe construction kits. Oh, actually, we'll do this one, and it might be some in adventure loops. So let's choose cymbal roll. That might be nice, actually. Actually, yeah, let's stick that cymbal roll in anyway. And I don't need to worry about syncing that. We should do that. Oh, no, we don't need to. It's only a cymbal. It's atonal, don't matter. Okay. And let's, in this one, put in, and see if we can find some sort of crash. Yeah, well, it's having, I agree, like gongs and stuff would be cool. It's just having them at hand, isn't it? You know, in your file player sort of thing. And I don't want to take too long searching for stuff that, you know, you'll fall asleep. Trust me. Let's see. So we could probably see some symbols in here. Let's see, what's this one? Yeah, that'll do for now. Let's engage this and just have that on loop. And there we go. We've rewound, and we'll go back to 5. Let's go back here to MidiMixer, and let's. We could save that as snapshot 1, I guess. Let's save that as snapshot 7. Okay, let's record all that data in now, just for fun, and then we can actually have a listen to it. So let us long hold the record, which is underneath the merge. We'll just long hold the record. What's that? No, hang on a minute. Sorry, that's master record. Long hold the record in the output channel, like that. Engage master record. Now everything we do will be recorded when we press the transport. So make sure we're on number 1. That's great. And I'm actually going to physically bring this in as well. So I'm recording data, fade data and all. anything I actually do now will be recorded. So let's start. So we stop that, rewind, and now you see that all these little play buttons now highlighted in green, and you can stop and start these at any time during your session. It doesn't really matter. So now theoretically, there's an app for you to play with, updated OBXD. Excellent, Sam. We like it. So everything now that was recorded should play. Should just sort of be automated. Epic, hey? It's really good, isn't it? So imagine if you really spent what we spent, like an hour, but that wasn't just setting that up, that was showing the whole thing, you know, with the setting up the Riffer and everything. So useful, MIDI mixer, incredible. Again, I will save, and that will be saved. So you're able to save now entire kind of automated sessions, you know, if using like things like Riffer. iSymphonic was a great idea from Spider to get all that classical vibe or orchestral vibe going, if you like. And if you really spent your time, I mean, you're not limited, like I said. I'll show you the 24 tracker in a sec, but I've still got, even on my 12 track one, I've still got four slots left that I could improvise in, put in whatever, dig in some samples and things. Just great stuff. I think it's epic. Let's have a look at this 24 track version, shall we? Let's clear that out. Now, remember, these will always be remembered inside AUM as normal, but to initially set up a fresh one, I would definitely suggest that you open up the standalone version, because I've done this, I need to close it and open it up again. Open up the standalone version, and then you get the option to go to the Files app, AUM Session Templates, and now you've got a 24 channel one we can open. And what it basically does is, you can see where you've got your master routed for your first mixer into Mixbus A, then your second set of mixers is routed into Mixbus B, which makes sense. I mean, you could route these to A if you wanted to, but it kind of makes sense if you've got double the control now as well over the thing. Now, also, if you wanted to, I guess we could just drag this down and move it over so it's next to the master channel for number one. How long do I have to go for, you think? There. So we could basically mix our two mixers if we just moved our master mix bus back over there. And you can rename all these as well to whatever you want. Inside MIDI Mixer, you just long hold, and then you get to name it whatever it is that's in there. And that would, for using great big huge sessions, that is kind of an essential deal. Don't forget the other thing as well. Tapping on the little toaster will give you the mixer options. Long holding will give you further options, whereas using standard mixer, use a 1 to 3, which looks like that, because you can assign now these user MIDI things to like other mixers, other effects, etc. Not my deal, man, but you know what I mean. You can, the option is there, or your long faders, which is really nice, and we can just resize it to kind of suit. But yeah, I think it's good stuff. So there you go. There is a look at Riffer, Midi Mixer, iSymphonic supplying the sounds. Also, thanks to Jason at Soundtrack Loops. There are his loops. They are royalty free to use and available at Fanatical. There is links in my other video for the Fanatical Soundtrack Loops one if you wanted to check them out. There is also a link at the bottom of this page in the description for Jason's site, Soundtrack Loops. Thank you very much for watching. Bless you all. I've really enjoyed that. I think it was a great idea, Spider. Great idea. And now you just need to spend time, I mean, that was quite quick and it sounded okay. Do you know what I mean? It sounded all right. If you like the video, of course, as always, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Consider becoming a Patreon, even if it's just for Christmas, I've been saying lately, or make a donation and help support me and Joe, because, times are always hard here, folks. You don't know. Anyway, listen, brilliant. Top job, cool beans. Bless you all. I'm sure I will see you tomorrow for some cool stuff. Who knows what tomorrow will bring. Tomorrow, I'm not going to sing. I'll probably get a copyright strike because I'm that good. See you guys later. Ta-ra.